Hi everyone, I'm Bill Dunleavy. Welcome to episode 4 of CHIEFIN, the Superchief Gallery podcast. I'm here 2 days before Halloween in El Sereno in East LA at the home of artist Albert Reyes. And we're going to check out Albert's year-round evolving Halloween installation and talk with him a bit about his art. Oh shit, Albert! All right, so we're here in El Sereno with Albert Reyes. Hi, Albert.
Hey, how's it going, Bill?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you, too.
Albert, you're one of my favorite Halloween artists in the whole LA region.
Oh, thanks, man. That means a lot to me.
How are you holding up in 2020 coronavirus Halloween?
Well, you know, things are different. You got to play it, you got to be better safe than sorry. So you got to play it different, but we're still going to have fun.
Yeah. I see you moved your Halloween maze installation to the front yard this year, Albert. Is that so people can socially distance and drive by and check it out?
Yep, that's exactly right. So people could, walk by or do a bike by or a drive by and, check it out. It's like just to try to make people happy, at this time. We are not able to have a party. So, we're doing this instead.
That's right. Can you show me the installation? Let's see what you got going on here.
Okay, check it out. If you can pan up there, there's a werewolf up in that window. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, cool.
It's like maybe your cousin or something,
Oh yeah.
And then all the drug bottles, the marijuana prescription bottles. My mom, she made that for me. She took those and put those on those lights.
Awesome. What kind of drugs did they come from?
Marijuana.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, prescription marijuana. And then the window thing is from my grandmother's house. Those bars, we tore them off the house of my grandmother. And then we have some visitors, some taggers came and tagged it, some street artists.
Always, you have a lot of graffiti influence on your Halloween maze, isn't that right?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of street art and stuff like that. I used to do that stuff in the 90s, in the late 90s, but I'm older now, so I don't do that stuff. I don't want to go to jail.
What did you write in the 90s? Are you at liberty to say that?
I just drew faces in San Francisco and wrote the word give.
Cool. I see you got some sick kid there.
Yeah, he's sick. He's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah. And like a zombie Pee Wee Herman in the window.
Yeah, somebody was telling me, do you know what that is?
Zombie Pee Wee?
You know what that guy is up there?
No.
I guess he's some kind of well-known character. People keep saying. I forget what it's called. Like, I don't know, a dumpling or something? I don't know.
Huh.
But it's a dumpling, I guess.
Cool. Zombie Pee Wee dumpling in the window.
My neighbors gave it to me as a gift.
Cool.
My neighbors, like, their little kids are like 7, 8, and they gave me that as a gift.
So Albert, how many years running is it that you've been making this Halloween installation in your yard here in El Sereno?
It's the first time I ever brought anything into the front yard, but in the backyard, the party's been going on for about 15 years.
Wow. 15 years.
The only thing to stop the party is a pandemic.
You've really dedicated your adult life to this project.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very cool. What's it look like around back? Let's check it out.
Let's go check it out.
So Albert's going to take us to the backyard of this undisclosed location where his evolving haunted house art installation is. He's been working on this for 15 years, every year. Albert works on this installation year-round and makes a different floor plan and a different path through the maze every year.
Okay. I turned it on.
All right. So which way is the entrance
go
here? Stress-free zone.
Right through the stress-free zone.
Okay, we're in the stress-free zone here in El Sereno in the backyard of Albert Reyes' home, where his constantly evolving Halloween maze installation resides. Albert's been working on this maze installation and changing it every year for the past 15 years. Every year is a new path, a new maze, new decorations. Some things stay, many things change. It's always full of surprises. So let's check it out. Albert Reyes' Halloween maze installation in 2020, year of the virus. All right. We got some nice growth here, some nice shrubs. Seeing some sick kid graffiti here to our left. And Some of Albert's old graffiti there as well. Give, with the creature lurking in there. It's kind of like a graffiti tour, this maze. And I think this is it, house number 69. So we're just gonna pop right in here. House number 69, Albert Reyes. All right, it'll be a little tight for you, Tyler, but you got a lot of overhead clearance.
Okay, it's dark, but it registers.
It'll be. Darkness is a hallmark theme of Albert's Halloween maze. This installation is meant to be experienced during Albert's infamous Halloween party, with a band playing in the yard, and Albert's little nieces and nephews and his parents in here dressed up, scaring the shit out of you.
It's awesome.
In here we've got an actual tree just growing right through the top of the maze. Here we got some nudie art of Albert's. All right. So there you have it, Albert's backyard maze. Looking great this year. Let's talk to Albert and check out his studio. Albert, we're here in front of your backyard maze installation at your house. This has been a rotating, ever-evolving Halloween maze. Part of your artwork and your art practice for 15 years. How did you get started building backyard haunted maze?
Okay, well, I got started in 2004. I moved down here from San Francisco. The house was empty. It's my mom's house. The house was empty, so I decided to move back down here. I was having a hard time paying my bills up in San Francisco. It was getting expensive, so I moved back down here, and I didn't really know anybody down here. So I was like, how can I meet people? I know what, I'll throw a party.
Yeah.
And I can just invite people that I run into in LA, and then I can get to know people and make friends, So, and then I was thought, well, if I have a party, what can I do? Have a band play. And then I was like, I could put up some artwork in the garage, and what else could I do? And I was like, oh, make like a space that people can walk through or crawl through, because I grew up in LA, so I'm a big fan of Knott's Scary Farm, Universal Horror Nights, going to those things for years and years. So I was like, I just wanted to make it more entertaining for people. So I decided to I grabbed the first year, I grabbed a bunch of couches and mattresses from the streets, and I had sheets and shit, things that you would do when you were a kid. And I made my friends crawl through it. And then it was it had rained and it was muddy, and there were bugs and spiders, and people were not liking it.
Crawling, crawling on the ground here through the backyard.
Distance, but it was like a crawl thing.
Oh, that's horrible.
And it was horrible. Yeah, and the people were cool though. They were down. They were they did it, to humor me or just to be nice. But they were like, we don't want to do this anymore. After that party, they were like, you should not have that anymore.
They didn't want to be tortured for the sake of your entertainment.
Yeah, so I thought I was entertaining them, but actually they were entertaining me by going through there. And so then I decided to steal pallets, and then I got a bunch of pallets from grocery stores and stuff like that, and it was made out of pallets, and it was just wooden pallets for a couple of years. And then people were like, that's just going to burn down. So then I started fireproofing it, painting it black. Mm-hmm. And then it just kept on evolving, to where it is now. And it's mostly found objects, found wood. And, you just go through there and you can trip out and stuff like that. And you could just have a good time. And normally my family's in there scaring the hell out of you from all ages. I have young nephews and nieces that are probably 8.
That's right. I've been scared by your nephews, by your mom and your dad. It is really scary when the family is in there in full effect.
Yeah,
they're ruthless with their scares.
Yeah, my family is pretty scary, so they get you good, And yeah, so that's kind of the history how it evolved, and it just kept on evolving. Then I kind of use it to put, if I have an art show and like if I don't sell the work, I'll put it in there, you know, like a storage kind of. It's kind of like a storage thing, and then people come through, they see something, hey, you know, it's for sale, you know, they'll buy it from the maze.
It's your haunted gallery in your backyard.
Basically, that's it. Yeah.
your excess artwork goes there, gets nailed to the wall.
Yes. And then I basically, you know, I change it up every year, tear it down and change it up, change up the path and change the rooms and stuff.
Yeah. How much time do you spend changing the maze every year?
It's embarrassing. Like, I don't want to talk about it, but, you know.
It's a lot of time, isn't it?
It's a lot of time because, you know, like I draw and paint. And I like to draw like laying down, and when I paint, I sometimes even put the canvases on the ground, and I like to lay down and do it because I'm lazy. So I like to like fall asleep painting or drawing. But you know, you're just doing this, so you know you're not really exercising or you know using your body too much. So I developed this so like I can get like a full workout with these. Like these walls are pretty heavy. So I designed them so I could just move walls and change it up. I can change it up pretty fast. It's pretty the way I've learned over the years. It's like a big Legos, you know. For me, it's like just fun. It's just like and physical to move things, you know. It's fun.
Yeah. So you basically spend the whole year preparing this maze for October for your friends and family to come see it. Have you always been such a Halloween fanatic?
Yeah, you know, as a kid, you know, growing up in this neighborhood, you know, being close to South Pasadena, which is a great place to trick or treat, and you know, they have the original Halloween house there that they filmed the original Halloween movie. That's right. So, you know, that's always been a part of, you know, just the vibe around here is like Halloween and trick-or-treating. And, you know, it always resonated with me as a kid. And my family, my grandmother and my grandfather, they did something special when I was a kid. They had a porch. They lived here, not too far away. And then on one side, they have a bush, and the other side, they have a bush. So it's very symmetrical, right? And then they run an intercom into the bush, and from the window, they could see kids coming up the porch to get candy. And then, like, my grandma would have her creepy voice, and she'd be like, "Help me! I'm stuck in the bushes." You know? But she didn't sound like that. But I can't do a good impersonation of her. But she'd say, like, "I'm in the bushes. Help me!" And the kids would freak out, you know? And then we would, as kids, we would be watching from another window. And we just got into Halloween because we're like, oh, wow, we can like scare people and they're having fun. And so every Halloween, my grandmother would do that and like freak people out. So that's like a memory. And I guess growing up with that kind of stuff and the scary movies and everything, you know, it's just part of like what I got into and what I like. Yeah, very cool. Are you doing anything special for the 15-year anniversary of your maze project? Oh, yeah, thank you. Commercial. Plug. What are you talking about? I have no idea. Oh, yeah. Well, Mandana, my wife and my best friend, she put together, she's editing a zine of 15 years of the haunt. So there's different pictures of it. It's different the way it looked, you know. There's interior shots. There's all the people that came to the party dressed up in their costumes, you know. I'm sure you're going to be in there, maybe more than many times. Yeah. And your exhibition at Superchief will be in there. Yeah. And then there's also art shows in there because I normally I didn't try to do this, but it kind of worked out in October. People know that that's like my month. So people would say, hey, you know, they offer me up a solo show or a show, you know. Yeah. So we have a lot of those corresponding to the Halloween party. I would also out in the world at a gallery somewhere, I would have an art show. That's right. Right. And sometimes I'd build something out there for the art shows, which I did, you know, with your place, Superchief. And so those pictures are going to be in there as well. Awesome. Yeah. And it's going to be like 100-page color. It's going to be nice. Yeah. Awesome. Can't wait to see that. Oh, thank you. We're trying to release it on Halloween, but I think we're going to come up a little bit short. But hey, it's November. It'll make a good gift for December. Well, Albert, thanks for telling us about your maze. The installation is truly amazing. Thank you. No pun intended. Yeah. What do you say we check it out and check out the studio? Sounds good. Go for it. All right. So Albert, you've got a backyard haunted house here. How did you get involved with the backyard independent haunt scene, and how did you get the idea to make one so unique? Well, you know, I started doing it in 2004, but by that time I have already had experience many years of Not Scary Farm and Universal. Would you say Not Scary Farm was the first? Yeah, I would say that's probably like the biggest visual influence. And even before that, it would probably be like the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland or like the Pirates of the Caribbean. or any of those like dark rides at Disneyland. You know, as a kid, it has a big influence on you, and just seeing like, you know, like the Pirate's Lair, like that room. I really like the atmosphere of the room with the pirates.
Yeah.
And just like how it creates a vibe, you know. So
yeah, that's always been
that kind of thing.
Kind of the goal for me too with art, is like, if the money was endless, what would we do in terms of an art installation? And really the best thing you could do is something similar to Disneyland. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it'd be a ride through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that'd be
a
cool.
whole world sculpture that people can just go through and be inside of.
That'd be dope.
That's really cool that you got inspired so much that you would spend 15 years of your life doing your own version of it on no budget.
Yeah, it's weird because like I never thought about it, you know, until you're like talking about it. You know, I just live in the moment, and you know, so after the last Halloween, you know, then there was another one. You know, just I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna do this for 15 years, or I'm gonna do this for any amount of years.
Yeah.
I just do whatever I do because like that's what I enjoy doing. But then all of a sudden you stop and you look back and go, oh, damn, I did a lot.
Well, a chunk of time has gone by.
Yeah, chunk of time is gone. Time is flying fast. So, you know, it just, you know, take time to enjoy it, enjoy life. You know, life is very short. So, you know, do the best you can, and, you know, stay positive, and, you know, be nice to people. Treat people with respect.
Amen to that. Words to live by. Be thankful for what you've got.
Yeah.
Keep a good attitude and have fun with what you're doing, right?
Yeah, because, you know, any day you could just be dead.
I hope that we can get back to checking out haunts pretty soon. I remember
we would go.
And so in 2018, when we did Albert's maze installation at Superchief Gallery LA, Albert took me on a Southern California tour of the independent backyard haunt community.
There's a lot of them.
And we must have visited 15 or so backyard haunted mazes and haunted installations. It was incredible.
I feel bad because, you know, like those guys, they do all that work every year for the public to enjoy. You know, I just have a party. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like they do it for like the whole community.
Yeah, they're open to the public, whereas your maze is kind of by appointment only. This is not open to the public.
Yeah, invitation only.
A little too dangerous to invite the public to go through. There's a lot of nails and sharp edges there.
Yeah. And so, so, you know, like those guys, I feel bad for them because, you know, they can't do their thing.
Yeah, that's a shame. I think it's cool the way that you did one by the street, though, so you still get to participate in Halloween somewhat.
Yeah, I think that's what most people are doing now. Maybe just doing like facades, front yard facades, so people are scenes. You know, I've seen a lot on Instagram. Like, there's some cool ones this year for sure.
I've seen a few drive-through haunts.
The
drive-through haunt would be really cool to do.
Yeah, there's drive-through. So there's still people are like they're getting creative and they're still doing it.
Yeah,
you know, finding ways around the whatever is out there. You know.
How about if I asked you what's some of your favorite haunts besides your own that you've seen over the years, and what were they like?
You know, it just overwhelms my brain.
So not Scary Farm. Definitely not Scary Farm.
I would say Not Scary Farm is one of my favorites. And also Universal has been keeping up pretty good.
That's right.
And, you know, they have all the rights on all the, you know, the classic, you know, or the, what is it called? Not classic, but cult movies, you know. So they always have like one cult maze, like The Shining or The Exorcist.
Yeah.
So, you know, like when one of those pops up, it's like, that's so much fun, you know. Because I grew up like as a kid watching those, you know, those horror movies in particular.
Yeah.
You know, The Shining, Exorcist. So when you go to a walkthrough, and then Universal just has so much money, so they really deliver on the experience. So I would say Universal.
Get some Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, they got all that stuff.
Yeah.
Freddy, you know, Jason, Michael Myers. All
that. How about like a haunt, a particular gimmick or haunt theme? In an independent one in someone's backyard.
Oh, yeah.
What stands out?
Be Sherwood.
Yeah. And what's that like?
It's just a massive. I think they were filmmakers that did that one, and it's just massive. They have like a mansion. Like their yard is probably as big as this block.
Wow.
So they just have and they have a lot of like Universal, they have exposable income, so they they did really go for it.
Yeah, they go big budget with it.
Yeah.
I think yours is really cool because it's kind of like a assemblage of things people have donated to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Pieces of your art shows.
Things that I found.
You've got pieces of Superchief Gallery in there.
Oh yeah, you gave me that stuff.
Trash from the side of the road.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Scrap wood from your friends.
I stopped getting things. I used to put things in there from thrift stores, but then it actually started really getting haunted. So I really do that. I found out, and I really do believe now that objects hold energy, and I had to take some things out.
Yeah.
I had like all these trophies from little kids, and I had like family pictures of people who probably passed away, and the vibe was getting crazy. It was a strong vibe in there one time. I couldn't even go in there.
Wow. You had to purify a little bit.
Yeah, I had to take stuff out and burn some stuff and do some stuff to like. It was heavy. The vibe was heavy. Lights would go on that shouldn't go on, and things would disappear and fall down. Like it got haunted for reals.
Wow.
So I had to chill out with collecting, thrift store dead people stuff.
Yeah. You don't want to upset the spirits.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like they just they didn't want their stuff being part of that, because that's like a joke, really, and that's them, that's like their paintings or their portraits or their kids' trophies or the actual person's trophy. Mm-hmm. They don't want to be part of like a art prank or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that was interesting that happened. But it's all good now. It's not too haunted. I mean, you might pick up on some vibes. You might feel some vibes in there if you go in there at night.
Yeah.
By yourself, if you're feeling something.
I can't wait to see it all lit up.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Nighttime's kind of the way to experience it, huh?
Yeah, nighttime, and definitely at the Halloween party, and it's like full,
the
full
fog
things going
and
on.
the
Yeah,
bands.
You're nice enough to every year for the last 5 years or something.
I do. I unofficially run fog and effects here on Albert's Maze.
He's a fog master right there, and he knows all the tricks with the.
I get the low hanging fog, the graveyard fog.
Yes.
Yeah, you run it through a dryer coil in a cooler full of ice.
Yeah, did I give it to you back?
Oh yeah, so I know you're a horror movie buff.
Oh yeah, I love horror movies.
So what are your favorites of the year?
Okay, I'm just gonna say one that I really enjoyed. It's a Korean horror film. It was called #Alive.
Yes, I saw #Alive, and that was a really cool movie. I was skeptical on the title, but that movie was awesome.
Yeah, I like the acting. They're really good at doing the zombie moves. They were sick, and then just like the action of it all, and the suspense and the fun is fun.
Yes. #Alive. Check it out. Pirate it. Get your hands on it somehow.
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix?
Right? Yeah,
oh, cool.
So.
Check it out. Korean zombie movie with selfie sticks, drones, online gaming, all kinds of wacky shit. It's 2020. It's a 2020 movie.
Yeah, totally.
I saw a good one. Indonesian horror movie, Impechagor.
Oh,
Impechagor was really cool.
What does that name mean?
Couldn't tell you. Not sure.
I'm sure it means something. It sounds like it means something
I think it's
heavy.
something related to a curse.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely a curse.
Spoiler alert. And I also saw an Argentinian horror movie called Terrified. That was a really good, like kind of poltergeist kind of movie.
Okay.
And then had a shit ending. So great movie with a horrible ending.
So the ending's no good.
The ending's terrible. They must have run out of ideas or time or something. But
so it's all good up to the ending. And then they just let you down.
Legitimately scary movie where like the kind of movie where when you're done watching it, you're afraid to walk around in your house by yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's cool. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to feel that, to get that as an adult, but when you do feel that, it's kind of fun.
Right? Because you miss it.
Yeah, it's fun. But it's like I scared myself so much in watching, so I kind of desensitized myself towards horror. So it's like I'm a crackhead of horror. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of crack to get me high or something. You know what I mean?
It doesn't hit like the first time anymore.
I burnt out all my receptors or whatever. But I'm still trying to reach a high.
Well, how about the classics? What are your top 3 or so classic horror movies?
Okay, we'll have to be like the original Shining. I would say original Halloween movie, and what's another one? Maybe Rosemary's Baby is really creeped out. Devil stuff.
I'd have to go.
I like the 70s stuff, I'm old, so I grew up with those 70s movies as a kid, and they really scared the shit. The Exorcist, this shit scares the shit out of you.
I'd probably go Exorcist. I like Scream.
Oh yeah, the Scream.
And
yeah. They're amazing. Yeah,
and
great.
Suspiria.
Oh, Suspiria is great.
Yeah.
I even like the remake too.
Yeah, I was really happy they did it justice. I was gonna be mad if they blew it.
Yeah, that was really kind of crazy and dark towards the end. Yeah.
And
What about Friday the 13th or like
Friday the 13th? Yeah.
Freddy Krueger? You like any of those?
Yeah. I need to watch.
many.
I need to rewatch all the Friday the 13th.
Yeah. They just came out with like a special DVD box set.
What's your favorite vampire movie?
Oh, vampires? I kind of like Lost Boys.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And what's the one? Is it Bram Stoker's with Dracula?
Oh yeah. The classic.
Yeah, with no notoriety.
How about zombies?
Oh, zombie movies? I like Dawn of the Dead
Yeah.
and Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Return of the Living Dead, all those ones.
The punk one, right?
Yeah, the punk one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about 28 Days Later?
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Fast Zombies?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are good.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many movies, and then I can't think of it.
Yeah. I think we covered a good swath of it right
give me a
there.
list so I can remember what to say because I have to write things down and stuff.
It was just I just wanted to be like, what are your favorite new movies? Your favorite old movies?
Yeah.
Done.
That was fun, though. I like talking about movies.
Yeah. Horror is life.
Okay.
Okay, Albert.
wanna say?
The $1 million question. If you were given a big budget to build a haunt,
Yeah.
what would it be? What's Albert Reyes' dream haunt with a big budget look like?
Oh, it's like the White House is on fire. Like burn down the White House.
Yeah, like fake
rid of
flames coming up the
Anarchy,
walls.
You know, like anarchy and just overthrow the government.
So it,
No, let's do it over. I'm just joking. I just wanted to say
I think that would be cool if
No, I just wanted to say
if
that.
it was like a White House installation and dead Trump's on a spear in the Oval Office.
No, I'll tell you for real though.
Okay,
I
okay.
really do. Okay.
I like that White House anarchy haunted house. That's cool.
But let me tell you the real one though.
Okay, the Albert Reyes $1 million haunt. Let's hear it.
So it'd be like a kind of it would be a ride vehicle, kind of like the log ride. And like the log ride. There's one at Knoxbury Farm. There's one at Disneyland.
Yeah, like a log flume, Splash Mountain.
Yeah, so it'd be like a log ride like that with a big drop at the end, and then I would theme it. Inside would be themed with kind of like you start off like with someone's family, right? And then like go with their family and maybe like all the crazy crap, bad things that their family did to them. So you kind of see like a little narrative on this person, and then it just breaks into horror, and how that person like became corrupted by all those things, and then he just like went against everything and just destroyed, and it just gets like crazy chaos and mayhem and
So it's like
horror.
in the mind of a serial killer.
Yeah, or in the mind
type
of
of
like
thing?
an abused person,
Oh.
abused by the church, by the government, by the school system, by everything. Everything in our system is abusive, so it's like it just creates a special person to do crazy shit.
When you get to the end, are you in a mass shooting?
I don't know if I want to go mass shooting. It might be a mass stabbing because it's more personal and more close up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
More intimate.
yeah.
I'm not really into like the shooting games or like shootings in real life. To me, it's kind of cowardly. Like, to be way up in a building and then you're shooting down at a concert. Like that's some coward shit. Like
Yeah,
going to
that's
the
a bitch move.
crowd with the machete, see how much you can do. See what you can do.
Yeah, radical Islamist style.
Before they stop you, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like have some
yeah.
balls. Guns is weak.
Yeah,
Weak sauce.
jihadi.
Yeah, knives is a different thing, but guns, I'm not into the shooting stuff. It's,
Yeah,
Shoot a movie, but
it's
not-
not so
not a gun.
spooky. It's just like a lame
just
tactic.
violence. It's easy. Anyone can do it. You
Yeah.
know?
So your dream haunt is like a Splash Mountain log flume.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the water is like dyed red, so it's like you're going through blood. And maybe you're not in a log though. Maybe you're in a kind of like you're like in a sinking car. Like maybe it looks like a floating car that's about to sink.
and at the end, your car flies off a cliff into a lake or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Edit this and fix it, please.
Sketch it out, and then we'll start pitching it. We'll
Fix
pitch it to Disney and Not Scary Farm.
Yeah, or if someone has like a lazy boy pool in their backyard, and they just build this around the lazy boy, just go through it on the inner tube. That can
Big
be fun,
budget.
too.
The question is big budget,
Okay,
not low budget.
That first one. The first one.
All right.
Okay, the White House one might be better.
I like the White House one, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of want to ride the childhood trauma ride, but I like Anarchy White House a little better.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Albert, thanks for showing us the maze.
Thanks for checking it out.
Yeah, it looks great this year. It's a shame that everyone's not going to get to go through it.
Well, at least I'll be able to see it on your your podcast.
Yeah, that's right. The power of the internet, baby. What do you say? Will you take us in your studio and we can check out some of your artwork?
Yeah, follow me. It's right over here in the garage.
All right. Lead the way.
And then you going.
Okay. All right. We're here in Albert Reyes' backyard studio. This is where the magic happens, and Albert spends hours and hours laying on the floor painting. Albert, it looks incredible in here. You've got art from floor to ceiling.
Oh yeah.
I like the way you did it.
Oh yeah, thanks. I like to go on a theme or go on a tangent and then fill up the whole garage space, and then I feel like, okay, now I can move on to something else.
Once the garage is full, that's a exhibition time, huh?
Yeah, and it's also like I know I have a good amount of work, and so I'm like, so like once it's completely full of this, then it's gonna come down and something else will start happening,
Awesome. You're surrounded by faces. I see you're doing a ton of faces.
Yeah, definitely. I was doing this before the coronavirus. I was doing clusters of people, which is kind of funny, right? And so, I'm still doing it though. I'm still putting clusters of people, but I put some people wearing masks now and commenting on like what's going on.
So like, who are the characters in your paintings?
These are like people from the neighborhood, people that I know, people that I don't know, people from Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Nasty.
Okay.
You like to draw a lot of like kind of cholo mustaches on a lot of the characters and a lot of the celebrity characters. Why is that?
Because that's what I have. I have a mustache. So
Me too. Me too.
So I just put a mustache on everything because that's like I have a mustache. So I put it on. And I grew up in this neighborhood, so there's that Latino, cholo, street art vibe to my work, but there's also like other vibes in there as well.
Yeah, your art is kind of like East LA cholo culture meets Halloween 12 months a year.
Yeah.
I guess tell me a little bit about how you grew up and a little bit about this neighborhood that you grew up in and how it appears in your work.
Yeah, well, I grew up in this neighborhood, which is mostly Hispanic, and I'm my dad is Mexican, and my mom is German, and so I grew up in this neighborhood, kind of not feeling kind of like I didn't fit in, but I did fit in, and the first kind of artwork I saw was like graffiti, some like gang in our neighborhood. They wrote on the wall. They wrote on this. I remember this very clearly as a kid. My grandfather showed me this, and it was a graffiti on the wall, and it said, yeah, if you don't like this graffiti, you have a problem with me, just fucking call my number. This is my phone number if you have a problem with it. And it had, the guy put his phone number, I guess he was drunk. But I thought that was like badass. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like that really, that kind of inspired me as a kid to like, oh yeah, like you can like write, like this gang is writing their symbol all over the neighborhood. But then there's other people that's like writing their phone number too. You can write anything. So you can draw anything. Just growing up watching cartoons and, that kind of culture and movies and just wanting to like draw or paint, like kids would come over and we would try to draw cars, or spaceships and faces, these are just things that we just did as kids. And, I just kept doing it as an adult.
That's cool. And then have you always been a Halloween fanatic, horror Halloween fanatic?
Yeah. Yes, I've always loved Halloween, that time of year. Me and my friend, we used to go out to Norwalk. It's a suburb out here of Los Angeles, and we used to get our pillowcases, go out all night, filling it up with candy. And one time we got jumped, and these older kids, they took our candy bags, but then our parents, his dad split and my dad split, so it was just our moms. So our moms felt bad for us, so they took us to like a supermarket, and we just got to buy like maybe like 13 candy bars each. Full-on candy bars and of our choice. So then we made a plan, like next year, let's say we get jumped again. But I remember like walking up to a house and it would be like really creepy. The door would be like slightly open in this one house, like kind of off, like trying to like inviting you in, but we're just kids.
Yeah.
You know, we're probably like 12, 13. And they had like a static on their TV and they had like a red light, and like that kind of aesthetic always like it appealed to me, right then till now. And the vibe of like, if we go in there, like, so we're going to get kidnapped or, you know what I mean? But it just looks so cool and so spooky, So I try to recreate things that I experienced as a kid. I try to recreate now in like art installations.
Cool. What's like the spookiest thing that's ever happened in this neighborhood in your life?
Oh, it's probably when I was a kid across the street. The cops came out when I was a kid. I was probably like 8 or 9, and all the cops were there, and the neighbors were all out of their house. And I was like, what's going on? And I didn't find out the exact story until after the cops had left and I talked to my neighbors. But what happened was, apparently they were in their house chilling. This old lady just came in, opened the gate, walked into their house. And they had one of those attics where you pull down a thing and it comes down to like a little staircase. Mm-hmm. And they said that she just pulled that down somehow and the staircase was down and she went up into the attic and they were calling her like, hey, come out. What are you doing? And they thought maybe she had lived there before or something. And they were freaked out. They all came out of the house, the whole family. And they called the cops. And when the cops got there, the cops couldn't get into the yard because the gate had a lock on it. And they were like, you have to open the gate. And the people were all confused. They were like, but she just walked through here. She came in through the gate.
Whoa.
And then so they had to unlock the gate. The cops went in. The cops investigated. They looked for her. They couldn't find nobody.
Oh my God.
So that was probably the best thing that
wow.
happened as a kid. Like hearing that story and like seeing that like it really happened,
Wow.
So that was cool. That's probably the best one I got.
Wow. Isn't there a haunted house or a few around here?
Yeah, there's like a house over the hill that's been empty ever since I was a kid, and supposedly the woman, she murdered her husband.
Oh,
and in a library room with like an axe or something, or a bat or something. And that place is like been empty ever since.
Just one of those old permanently vacant haunted houses.
Yeah.
Murder.
Yeah, and like we wanted to see like if it was for sale or something, and it wasn't even on like, what is that thing, like Zello?
Zillow.
Zillow, yeah, and it's like it's blacked out. Like
no!
It's like not even on there. Like,
how about like what kind of influences go into your work? Like, what are some artists who inspire you and shape the way that you do your artwork?
Well, there's a lot of contemporary artists and artists that have passed, and it's funny that you say that because I just happen to have a list.
Oh, you've got a list of your art influences here.
Yeah. These are artists that some have passed, some are alive, and these are artists I think are badass and deserve a shout out.
All right. This is Albert Reyes' art influences.
Alex Katz, Ariane Papage-Metropoulos, Calcino, Carlos Ramirez, Cat Gods, Esteban Suez, Isor, Henry Taylor, Jet Martinez, Kerry James Marshall, Kristen Lee Wang, Chris Coronado, Liz Lopez, Luke Pelletier, Patrick Nagel, Sikid.
Cool. That's really cool that you carry this around with you at all times.
Yeah, these are just some artists that deserve their props, and I think you butchered their names, so you can keep that.
How about Margaret Kilgallen? You like her work too?
Oh yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
I think that she just had a birthday.
Oh,
right.
Rest in
if
peace.
If she was alive, I think she would have been like 52.
Rest in peace. Happy birthday.
A day ago or something like that.
And yeah, you went to art school in San Francisco, right? So like.
Yes, I went to San Francisco Art Institute.
Right. So what's that art scene called that made all that influence out of there?
Oh, the mission. There was a mission school.
The mission school.
But then there were just like some badass artists, like they're painting, like Kende Wiley. He was there when I was there. Other artists, painters, a lot of people. I don't want to be like just dropping big names,
don't worry about it.
They're all big.
But what years were you up there, just so everybody gets a picture of it?
I graduated in 2001, so 4 years back from 2001.
Good years.
Yeah.
Awesome. You ever get back up there?
I don't really go up there anymore because I heard like people are shitting in the streets, and then I saw this video where it was all orange and it looked like Blade Runner because of the fires and the coronavirus and people shitting everywhere and the homeless problem, and it's just like too many problems to go up there.
Thanks to coronavirus, San Francisco and New York might get cheap rents again, so maybe we'll see some art come out of those cities, not just like tech companies and coffee shops.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe when it gets cheap, I'll go back up there.
Yeah, right. Maybe I'll move back to New York. We'll see. Follow the money. Follow the cheap rents. How about with your current body of work?
Follow your passion.
Follow your passion on the budget that you can handle.
No. Just money is just not real. So just do whatever you want and just create whatever you want.
Yeah.
And, you find other ways to do it. Don't let money prevent or prevent. Exactly. Don't let it have any say what you do in life. Don't
let money control your life and your decision-making process. If you're inspired by Abu Dhabi and you want to live in Abu Dhabi, I guarantee you can figure it out. You can make it happen. You might have to live in a small room with a bunch of other transient workers, but you can make it happen.
Yes. Good advice.
How about Abu Dhabi? How about you got some favorites out of the current body of work here? There's like a lot to choose from.
Well, I like painting like this. I like painting on, these are all found wood. Find them on the streets and stuff. So I like how they're all bent up, messed up. I like the textures all rough.
Yeah, you just soak them in white paint first.
Yeah, just paint them with the house paint from Home Depot. And then I just, draw with pencil and then I just paint it. And this I'm having a lot of fun with. I'll probably be on this for another year doing this kind of stuff. It's just like black and white, simple. I like to mess with your eye. I like to have something that you could come back to and maybe find a different narrative within the painting. So, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to mess with your mind and try to make it fun and have fun with it. Yeah, well, I just think that I just hope the best for everybody, and I hope that Biden wins and we dump Trump. And we start bringing people together, because the only way we can be defeated, we're the most powerful country on earth. The only way we can be defeated is to be divided. So we have to be united.
Exactly.
So, that's that.
Bliss. Cool. Let's check out some nighttime maze and take a look around.
I can also turn on the lights for the front yard one now.
Yeah, let's see it. Yeah. We're going to go out and we're going to see night mode.
I can't believe it got dark already.
With Albert Reyes. Well, Albert, it's been awesome checking everything out today. Thanks for having us over here at your house to check it out in 2020. I guess your friends and family are not really going to be able to see it this year, so hopefully the podcast suffices for this year.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming out here. It's been a lot of fun. you know, and I hope to like work with you in the future.
Absolutely.
Do like how we did in the past, like an art show, you know?
Yeah. Maybe 2021 will be the return of the Superchief Albert Reyes art haunt.
That'll be
And
cool.
in the meantime, are you telling people to come by and look at this? Or,
Yeah, people can drive by and just check this out.
Yep.
Drive by, walk by, or bike by.
You'll have to stay posted to the Albert Reyes on Instagram to find out more. Come drive by, see the haunt, tag it up.
No.
Don't tag it up. Don't tag it up. But yeah, it looks really great. Maybe this should become another thing, the front yard haunt, in addition to the backyard haunt year round.
Yeah. Maybe if this COVID thing, you know, goes away, maybe next year the maze is a little bit longer.
Oh, it'll start up front. Yes. Oh, and I also just remembered 2 years ago in 2018 when we did the Superchief LA show. Do you remember when your phone got stolen out of your car up front? And we found the phone?
We found the phone. Somebody tried to sell it to us, right?
Well, while we were building the haunted maze at Superchief, somebody stole Albert's phone out of his car in front of the gallery. And tennis rackets, sadly. And we looked all over the place calling the phone, hoping we would hear it in a tent somewhere on Skid Row. And
it was like a Jehovah's Witness or something. We bought it.
We gave up. And then later, Albert was driving me around Pasadena, showing me all the locations from the movie Halloween. The Halloween house, the Halloween museum, the sequels where they were filmed. And we get a call, and it's Albert Reyes. And I said, Albert, someone's calling me from your stolen phone. So I picked up, and on the other end of the line was these Jehovah's Witnesses who had purchased the phone on Craigslist. And since they're Jehovah's Witnesses, their religion dictates they're not allowed to have a stolen thing without informing the owner. Yeah. And so they tried to sell the phone back to Albert, and Albert took it back and refused to pay them because it was his property.
Yeah, it's like, you know, if you're going to do a good deed, do a good deed.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to charge me for your good deed.
Don't half-ass a good deed. Yeah. So we got the phone back miraculously. It had been sold to Jehovah's Witnesses on Craigslist.
So they got robbed too, in a sense, you know, because they got robbed. They paid the money for it.
And then we looked on the phone, and we found a photo taken in a tent on Skid Row.
Of the guy's foot.
Of someone's foot, yeah.
In his tent.
And so I looked on the geotag on the metadata of the photo, and we pinpointed the tent to which where the thief was living, and it was right up the street from Superchief.
Yeah.
And so I got together a posse of dudes, and we were walking up the street to go yell at somebody.
Because it wasn't just one tent; it was like a whole community.
And we get there, and it's this fortress of tents, and all these gang members and people who look really tough.
Something bad, but it's like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna cause problems for homeless people. That's not cool.
Yeah, I remembered some wise words that somebody once told me, and that's never pick a fight with someone who has nothing to lose. So we decided not to do anything because
Halloween miracle.
It was a Halloween miracle.
It was a Halloween miracle, trick or treat, and it was sweet.
Well, Albert, this has been a Halloween miracle. Your work's amazing, and your dedication to Halloween is incredible.
Thank you.
This was a incredible first Halloween special for CHIEFIN podcast.
Yeah, thanks for doing it, and thanks for bringing such a high quality content to the podcast. And nice meeting you.
Yeah, and Tyler, thank you.
Thank you very much. And looking forward to seeing this myself, actually.
Yeah, I'd hug you, but next year.
Yeah, I would do it like this, right?
All right.
Oh, be careful. I'll just go this close, right? Yeah, you can't really tell because the lights are so bright.
I'm saying it's like a White House, haunted house that you go in, and it's like the rioters made it to the White House, and they got Trump, and they graffitied everything.
It's like a purge on crack.
Yeah.
And then like politics, destroying it, fighting for the rights.
I'm into that idea. I'm gonna think about that some more.
That's not really my dream, though. I was just throwing it out as a joke.
Oh, okay.
But it is a cool idea too.
Yeah.
It's different.
What did I say? I don't know.
He said Pat Nigel.
That's good.
That was a challenge.
Okay.
Next time I have to read
you were gonna make me look like that, so I made you look like that instead.
Yeah. It'd be funny maybe to staple some surgical masks over their faces, something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that though, Bill, but thank you. I want to staple a mask over. Okay. No 6 feet distance, dude. This ain't no 6 feet.